Hello everyone. This lecture is part of a preview to my Microsoft Excel course on Udemy. The course is called Practical Microsoft Excel Masterclass. If you like this lecture, do check out the full course on Udemy. The link has been provided in the description below. Also provided in the description below is a coupon code. The first few students who use the coupon code can access the course for free. If you decide to take the course, I request you to please leave behind a review. In this lecture, we are going to look at array formulae. Now, what are array formulae? First of all, an array refers to a group of values which could either be in a row or a column or both. An array formula performs calculation on the array and returns a corresponding result or an array of results depending upon the scenario. Writing an array formula depends on what version of Excel you have. If you have Microsoft 365, you can simply enter a formula in the top left cell of the desired range. That is the range where you would like the array formula to populate, and simply press enter. For older version, you need to select the entire desired output range, that is where you would want the formula to populate. Enter the formula and then press Ctrl Shift Enter. This method also, by the way, works for Microsoft 365. I use Microsoft 365, so I can use either one of these methods. However, for the purposes of this lecture, I will show you the method with the older versions, since it's a little more complex, so that those of you who do not have Microsoft 365 and have older versions can know exactly how to enter these formulae. For later lectures, wherever I use array formulae, I might revert to the simpler way of writing the array formulae as available only in Microsoft 365 or later. So now this is the problem that we are trying to solve. Given the various sales made by the different salespeople, find out the largest single sale made by each salesperson. Let's understand that problem statement a little bit better with the data. So here is a demo of what I'm looking to do. On the left side, I have the input data, which has the salesperson and the sales made by the different salesperson. And I would like to find for each salesperson, what is the highest single sale that that salesperson has made. For example, if you look at Jim, he has made a sale of 9,249, 10,996 and 11,002. So the highest single sale made by Jim is 11,002. As you can see in the desired report, the first observation. Similarly, we would like to find the highest single sale made by each salesperson. So let's dive right into the solution. On the outset, I would like to mention that there are a couple of different ways of doing this. For those of you who have the later versions of Excel, there's something called a maxif function that is available. So equal to maxif. So this allows you to find the maximum value based on certain conditions. However, I'm not going to use this function since this is a demo on array functions, and I would like to solve this problem by using array functions. Before we dive into the concept of array functions, let me show you a couple of things of how array functions work. If you examine the problem statement closely, what we need to do is for each salesperson, for example, in the first case, we will be looking at Jim. We just need to filter out observations where the salesperson is Jim and then find the maximum value of the sales of the filtered out observations. So in order to filter out the observations, we can use the if condition. So if I were to write an if condition without array formulae, this is what it would look like. So I go to cell E2. If the logical test that I want to perform is cell C2 equal to Jim, then the value is cell D2. I'll close the bracket. I don't need to give a condition for value if false. Then I extend this formula down to get the value for the remaining cells. So as you can see, wherever the salesperson is Jim, the value of the sale is reflected, and wherever the salesperson is not Jim, the value false is reflected. So to find the maximum sale made by Jim, I can simply take the maximum of the above calculations. So max, I take all the cells where I made the previous calculation. As you can see, this gives me the value. Now this is without using array formulae. We could also do this by using array formulae. Let me show you how that goes. Like I already mentioned earlier, I can enter array formulae by two different methods. I will show you how to enter an array formula, both with the method that is available in the older versions of Excel, as well as the method that is available in Microsoft 365. So the older versions first. For that, I need to select the entire range where I want the output to be displayed, which in this case is the cell E2 to E16. Then I start entering the formula. So if logical test, now instead of giving a single value, I give an entire array. So cell C2 to C16 equal to Jim value if true. Again, instead of giving a single value, I will have to give an entire array. So D2 to D16. Now I should not be pressing enter, rather I should be pressing Ctrl Shift Enter. As you can see, I get the same result as earlier. Finally, I can take a max of this calculation to give me the value 1102. Now let me also show you how to enter an array formula if you are using Microsoft 365. In this case, I don't need to select the entire output range. Rather, I can simply select the top left cell of the desired output range. The top left cell in this case would be cell E2. So I start writing the formula. If, again, instead of giving a single value, I give an entire array C2 to C16 equal to Jim, and value if true, again, instead of a single value, I give an entire array D2 to D16, and I simply press enter. The result is again the same. Wherever the salesperson is Jim, the sales value is reflected, and wherever the salesperson is not Jim, the value false is reflected. And I can simply take a maximum value of this as we did earlier. So this is the basic idea behind what we are looking to do. Let's just put this all together and make the calculations in a single formula. So I go to cell H2 and start entering the formula. So the first thing is I want to take the maximum value of the resulting array, and the array I would like to receive by using the if condition. So if now in the logical test, I would like to give the entire array instead of a single value. So C2 to C16. Now one more thing that I want you to keep in mind here is that we are planning to drag this formula down to calculate the highest value sale for Andy, Stanley, Phyllis, and also Dwight. So I need to be careful where I am going to be giving absolute references and where I am going to be giving relative references. So now the C2 to C16, I don't want it to change as I drag the formula down. So I will assign a absolute reference here. So the logical test is the values in the array have to be compared to Jim or the salesperson's name, which is in cell G2. Now as I drag the formula down, I want the salesperson name to change. So I will let it remain as a relative reference. And finally, the value if true would be the value of the sales. Again, instead of giving a single value, I will enter a array D2 to D16. Again, I don't want this D2 to D16 to change as I drag the formula down. So I will give this with a absolute reference. Then I can close the if function and close the max function. Press enter. As you can see, the highest value sale made by Jim is $1,102. I can simply drag this formula down to get the highest value sale for the other salespeople. There is one other thing that I would like to show you here. If I go into the formula that we just wrote and simply highlight the if function, in Excel we can partially evaluate parts of a formula and see what the results are going to be. For that we need to use the F9 function key. So if I press F9, this shows me what the partial result of this formula is going to be. So F9, as you can see, this is the array that we were expecting. Wherever the salesperson name is Jim, we get the corresponding sales value. Wherever the salesperson name is not Jim, we get the value false. This partial calculation of formula or the F9 function key shortcut is very useful for finding out what parts of the formula are doing in Excel, how a particular formula is working in Excel. So here is a brief summary of what we just did. Even though we performed all the calculations within a single formula, I have broken it down into two different steps here, just for the sake of understanding it logically. So in the step 1, we created a formula to obtain only the sales corresponding to a particular salesperson without having to manually filter the data. We did this by using an array formula with if function. In the second step, we found the highest among the results that we obtained in step 1. For this, we used the max function.